Y'all, we're going to have to start reading the stuff before we get mad about it, okay? And that is my only introduction for what I'm about to show you.
As an American citizen, I find it truly disgusting that my country goes 40 steps forward just for people like the governor in Florida to take us 30 steps backwards. Don't say gay, Bill. Are you serious? Don't talk about what I went through and what my fellow gay LGBTQ plus community went through to get me here. Are you serious right now? Is the government sleeping? Why are they letting you do this? Isn't this the free country, the free world, freedom of speech? Don't say gay. That goes against freedom of speech. You cannot sit here and say being gay is not a choice when you're not gay. You don't know that. Now you want to make learning about our history illegal? You are literally making it harder for children to feel comfortable because conservative parents feel like it's not okay. They're not gay. It's not their place to talk about it. Stop being concerned with what other people like. This is disgusting.
I mean, there you have it. There you have it. So, all right, this is why we need to read things before we get into like getting that angry about it. But nobody does that anymore. And I'm sure this guy got a lot of clicks on TikTok, and I'm giving him some platform right now too. But I can't help it. It is a little funny. What he's mad about is this bill that the media has dubbed "Don't Say Gay." Okay, and in this bill, it's a bill that's being passed through Senate that has passed, excuse me, through the House Senate in Florida. Okay. And if I didn't read the bill, like, well, I'm gonna be kind to this person and like, if I didn't read a bill and I saw something called a "Don't Say Black" bill, I probably would be going on. More than likely, I'd be all there with my nails like, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? That would be me. So, okay, I get it, right? But now, actually, as I'm older, I'd say, the media did this. So let me go back and read what's going on in this bill. So let's do that. Senate Bill 1834. It's called the Parental Rights in Education Bill. Okay. And it says parental rights in education, requiring district school boards to adopt procedures that comport with certain provisions of law for notifying a student's parent of specific information, requiring such procedures to reinforce the fundamental right of parents to make decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children in a specific manner, prohibiting prohibiting a school district from adopting procedures or student support forms that require school district personnel to withhold from parents specified information, or that encourages or have the effect of encouraging a student to withhold from a parent such information, prohibiting a school district from encouraging classroom discussion about sexual orientation or gender identity in primary grade levels or in a specific manner. All this bill is saying, we're not going to round up your 5-year-olds and say, okay, guys, let's have a discussion about gender. Let's see, just because Tommy looks like a boy, is he a boy? Well, Tommy can be a girl if he wants to be a girl. Tommy, like, come on, man, these kids are spot. They didn't teach me that in school. I'm not saying that people don't feel something. I'm going to make this disclaimer one time. Matter of fact, let me come on. I'm going to make this disclaimer one time. A person may be feeling inside that they don't feel like the gender that they look like. Okay. And that is something they need to deal with. And we should have resources out there for them to deal with it. Okay. And when I say resources, have a real conversation about, is this something that is a mental health situation, or do you really feel like this? Okay. There are a lot of people who transitioned and then retransitioned back. Well, I guess we don't get to talk about those, right? Okay. So we already put it out there. Now let's get back into the classroom. You can't sit here with a bunch of 6-year-olds and start talking to them about gender being an identity. They didn't do that when I was in school. And not just because they didn't do it when I was in school, it's because kids need to learn the fundamental basics of learning. Why y'all doing this with kids? Do they know their colors? Do they know how to read? Secondly, when you place that seed into a child, you might open up a child to something that they weren't even thinking about. You know how I know? I remember being 6 years old and my dad saying something to me because we lived in a high-rise building, and he said something to me like, you can't jump out the window at the, from the top of the building or whatever, because my brother apparently tried to do some craziness like that, and thank God he's still alive. But anyway, So my father tried to give me the preemptive talk. You can't do X, Y, Z. You can't do that. And I'm like, well, why can't you? And he's like, well, because you'll die. And I'm like, well, what if I grab on the tree? And he's like, because you'll die. I'm a 6-year-old, right? Never thought about it. But now you place the thought into my head, like, I think I can prove him wrong. Okay. This is what happens with kids. Like, you place thoughts in their heads sometimes that they were not thinking about, that they were cool. Okay. And that's all this bill is saying. We cannot have a big classroom discussion. But guess what? If Sarah is feeling a little like confused about something, Sarah can still go talk to her teacher and tell her teacher what's going on. And what should happen next is that her teacher goes and talks to her parents and tell them to approach Sarah in a loving and compassionate manner. Okay. But, but they should know what's going on with their child. I have seen reports of parents like, yo, my kid came home telling me that they were, feeling like they were binary and stuff like that. And my concern was that how come I didn't notice as their mother? How come they didn't come talk to me? But after they did some digging, they found out, well, the teacher told them that they look like that they should be binary. All of this stuff going on in schools is not necessary. I'm at the point now when I have kids, I'm only sending them to school for math, reading, and writing. That's it. I'll take care of the rest. Thank you. I don't even teach them science. By the time I have children, I don't know what y'all going to do with science. Anyway, because it's not cool. Like it's more than not cool. You see what it says there? You shouldn't have to teach some kids something that they feel like they can't tell their parents about. That is crazy. That would actually, as a child, send me to like a cognitive, it would send me to like a dissonance where I would be like, I learned this in school, but I can't talk to my parents about it. Like, I feel like my parents can't know that I learned this. Like, it would throw me off. Like, it can mess up your reality. Like, well, who's bad? Is it my parents that are bad? Is the school that's bad? Why open all this up? Deal with people as they come individually. You don't have to open all this up to children. It is not that deep. Nobody's saying to hate a child if they come in. If a boy comes in wearing a skirt, nobody's saying to ridicule the child. And by the way, if that happens, there's provisions in there for something like that, where the school can let the parents know we're going to have a discussion so that the kids know not to bully Matt. It's covered. It's covered because they said, let the parents know what y'all doing. It's just that simple. It's called the Parental Rights in Education. They got this guy out here going off with his nails like, don't say gay. And I would be the same way. I would. But guess what? That's not what we have here. The minute I heard it, I said, okay, what is this? Don't say gay. Let me go find out. But I'm 38. So now I go find out first before I get worked up. Okay. So it's just, all of it is bad as far as the media too, causing a lot of pain for people that don't need to even be going through all that pain. And nobody's saying to hate gay. Come on, man. Come on now. It's 2022. I think we're past that by now. I don't think anybody's trying to beat up anybody come on. Okay, let's take some credit for us, how far that we have come in life. Okay. All right, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. All right. And please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. I have to remember to say that. I get to talking and I actually don't remember to say it, but please subscribe. All right. Thanks for coming. I'll see you at the next one. Bye. And hit like.